Well, we've had a let's do that again. We've had about 24 hours to digest the Gabriel Magalhães injury news. And as you can see, with how we started this, I'm not taking it in the best possible way. For me, obviously, you lose Magalhães, you lose one of the best centre halves in the Premier League, and obviously in world football, you lose the partnership he has with Saliba and Gabriel. They are our first choice centre halves, but this is why we have a squad. Hincapié can play left back. You'd imagine that's where the majority of his game time, at least in the short term future, would come, because you probably got more of a chance of fighting it out with Lewis Skelly and Calafiori than benching Magalhães. But end of the day, we've got we've got a South American international footballer. He's been an invincible at Leverkusen. Upgrade on Kivio, step in and do your thing. I think it's Hincapié's time to shine personally, man, and it is what it is. We hope Magalhães is all right. We're seeing a lot of rumors in which we're going to go over people. 1 minute it's groin, then it's this, then it's that. No one knows. No one knows at the very earliest until I'd imagine Thursday the earliest, Friday the latest, when Mikel Arteta speaks to the press, and indirectly we know what's said. The Brazilian FA have issued a statement. Gabriel Magalhães was reevaluated this Sunday and underwent tests that revealed a muscle injury in his right thigh. Oh, so is it a thigh strain? I'm thinking 2 to 4, maybe even 6 weeks. Therefore, he will not travel with the team for a match against Tunisia in Lyon, which would have been a romantic, beyond the obvious of him wanting to play for Brazil and stuff, You got injured, unfortunately, in the game at your backyard because you are an Arsenal player, and Brazil versus Senegal was there. And Lille, I'm sure he knows about that specific city in France, probably the best of all his teammates in for Brazil because that's where he brought him from. So it's horrible. It's going to happen. And that, you obviously want our players to be fit for health purposes, be available for Arsenal Football Club. And they've all got one eye on the World Cup. Saka's apparently in some leadership group and he's doing his thing again for England, scored and got an assist. Obviously, all the other England boys, the Ezes, the Rices, we hope Ben White, maybe Wanyeri and Miles Lewis Skelly can get in the mix there. Norway have qualified for the World Cup, so I'm sure Odegaard wants to get back fit and available. And you get where I'm going. There's a variety of injured players that you could say this about. Magalhães, obviously Magalhães at the moment, Havertz, Odegaard, Madueke, the list goes kind of on. I'm sure that who got injured I'm sure Timber there was a tournament that Timber couldn't play, even playing for Holland. So it'd be nice to see these guys play, but it is what it is, man. For me, and I'd love to know you lot's thoughts, people. Let me know your thoughts. Everyone else that's available, do you put Benjamin White or Timber in centre half? Do you put Mosquera with Saliba? Me personally, I'm going Hincapié, William Saliba, Calafiori, Miles Lewis Skelly. Rate them both. Don't really care who's the left back in it, if I'm honest with you. On the topic of left backs and Calafiori, Romano has said, I understand Arsenal check confirmed news from last 24 hours. Calafiori be available for the North London derby. No injury, no issues, just overload. So, yeah, I mean, you'd imagine he's been carrying something. Magalhães the same. He apparently was doing little bits and pieces on a training perspective for Brazil away from the team. It's jarring, man. I do think our players have been told, like, if you feel a knock, don't play for your country, or tell us that you can't play as much as you want to participate in our games week in, week out. But that's not feasible. Players are competitive. They always want to play. Even if they know they're 99.9% fit in their hearts, that other percentage, they're going to say whatever. And selfishly, they all want to be part of their national teams beyond the obvious, isn't it? So, yeah, it is what it is. Arsenal received worrying Gabriel injury update just a week before North London derby against Tottenham. Gabriel Magalhães is a major doubt for next Sunday's North London derby after being sent home from international duty with injury. As we know, he was withdrawn midway through the 2-0 victory for Brazil against Senegal on Saturday after going down clutching his thigh. He appeared in some discomfort as he trudged I don't know that word, towards the dugout, flanked by medical staff. Tests have now revealed that Gabriel suffered a muscle injury in his right thigh, meaning he obviously won't travel for the game we spoke about. He'll return immediately to Arsenal, and it's probably likely, we hope for the best, but he's probably going to, in my opinion, miss Spurs, Bayern Munich and Chelsea, but we hope he's about in the Spurs game, but pessimistic in it, really and truly. Carlo wasn't drawn on anything. He said, I don't know what happened. He had a problem with his thigh. I'm really disappointed because he's got an injury. I hope he recovers well and soon. Well, we've got a lot of games, people, and we've had a great defense, so we probably are going to start conceding some more. But I back Mosquera, Hincapié, Calafiori if he moves across. Anyone to be utilised. It is what it is. Apparently, Mosquera has had an interview, people, and he's spoken. Bit of a shame you haven't been capped by Spain. I thought it would have come because of your start to life at Arsenal, at least in the 1 to 2, 3 international breaks we've had up until now. I didn't know Arsenal had that identity in the 1980s and 90s, but I like that. It's good, and you see that now as well. A team that looks like a rock, that makes it very hard for opponents to win games. You have to generate danger too. You need forwards. Your forwards need chances. Hopefully, Gyökeres gets some more in his return. Another one, people that's injured. The key is balance. It's not just defending. That's not just the defenders, but people talk about the defensive part because of the stats. And it's a fundamental teams don't score against us, and the numbers are crazy. And it was crazier. Speaking of numbers, if we signed you for 13 million, you never really contemplate. But when you stop to think about his actual money, a lot of money, boy, it is when speaking about his price tag, people. And again, his under 21s coach for Spain has said it's a bargain, and I don't think anyone could disagree. I won't get desperate. I'm calm. I can wait for my time. He's made 12 appearances so far, which equates to just 10 hours on the pitch, people. Lots of people didn't know me, hadn't really seen me. I didn't know about the money, about bargains. I don't look at social media, but it's true that things reach you. And I've heard a lot about it being a good deal. The people around you at the club too say, listen, they're very happy with you. And that's what it's about, coming here and leaving a mark. And long may it continue, people. What else has he said? Apparently he's fearless. That's something that people ask a lot. Don't you get nervous in front of so many people? I always say no. I've never had those nerves, butterflies. It's not easy to manage your head in that situation, but that's a quality I have, to be calm, relaxed. And that's what you saw the other day. The manager just said to be myself, which that's what you can do in this life. No, smash the like button, people. We're growing, we're flirting, we're progressing to 71,000 people. Mad thing, innit? So let's keep going and hopefully we can get to 100. As a kid, I was very, very calm. Most kids want to go around to their mates' houses, but I don't know why. I wasn't really drawn to that. I have my little brother now. He plays too. Julian, who apparently is 14, 15 years of age in Valencia's academy, and I ain't seen him, but apparently he's highly rated. He's more lively. I'm still the calm one. The younger brothers, being the youngest sibling, I understand where the young really ones. My parents came from Colombia in the early 2000s. It's funny. The question always comes up, which do you love more? But I don't think it's hard to have two cultures, both identities. And I guess, you could actually, being Black British, I'm sure you could look at Bukayo Saka, Eze. There's plenty of people that will kind of get that in the squad, if that makes sense, in and around. And even Declan Rice, who's played for Ireland and England. Completely off topic. But did you not see Ireland snatch it at the death? That's what football's about. It's mad, but I'm diverting. My family in Colombia are super proud, and I tried to be an example. My mom and dad came looking for work stability. There were more opportunities then, but they were young, came with a family, and it wasn't easy. My dad would do what he could do, a month on a building site, washing dishes in a restaurant. My mom would clean houses. And look at what they're never going to have to work again. That's amazing. I wonder though, man. Clearly, he's more in the Spanish kind of alignment. He wants to play for Spain. He's with the under 21s, but if Spain and Colombia call you up for the World Cup or call you up today, which one are you picking? And if Spain don't, and you continue doing what you're doing, and Colombia give you a chance to go to the World Cup, are you doing what needs to be done in that regards? I don't know. My parents sacrificed a lot, and I feel I made sacrifices too, leaving home at 12. It's mad, really. Crazy, isn't it? But it helps with the mental resilience. When you see a kid who's 11, 12, and big clubs want them, my mom and I talk about it. Those aren't easy decisions, but that brought me where I am today. My mom said that if it was up to her, I wouldn't have gone for a normal person. I wouldn't have gone. For a normal person, the idea wouldn't enter your head. 11, 12 without your parents, and you don't know if you'll make it. For my generation, there aren't many. But there's a good part too, because they look after you. You learn a lot, grow up fast. It can be too fast. That's good or bad, depending on how you look at it. But in the end, I lived it. I had that privilege. I understand it's not easy, but you mature. It teaches you about life. If I had children, I'd support them following the path. He's then spoken about potentially being an Arsenal fan in his youth. In fact, my team was Arsenal. The players, the shirt, I saw them as different. They had something. Are you telling the truth or are you just saying what footballers say? An aura. Before I had decided, someone in my camp said, the moment you speak to Mikel, there's no way he won't convince you. And that's exactly what happened. When the call finished, my destination couldn't have been clearer. Fair play. He then said, yes, totally, totally. He really lives for football. He's raised on it, experienced everything. You see that when he talks. He loves the detail, sees things other eyes might not. I'm happy with him. He's an incredible person and he's helped me a lot. The staff have made it easy. Arsenal's an amazing club. Love to hear it. And he is right. If you think Arsenal's an amazing club, smash the like button. Even if you don't, smash the like button, subscribe and whatnot. I've settled super fast, which I didn't expect before I came. Yeah, I hear that, but we're a good defensive team. We're in a good moment. It's not like if you arrived, my boy, when we were struggling for top four. You got a bunch of Spaniards in and around the game. Well, the Arsenal Football Club, apologies, that can help you. Kepa, Raya, Marino, Zubamendi, Kepa and Zubamendi have joined. They probably see you as a younger brother, which I'm sure everyone does. You speak Spanish, so I'm sure everybody's cool with everyone. But if I had to, social dynamics. If I had to look in the squad, naturally there's probably players in our team that are a bit more floaty. They can be with the man them, they can be with the old timers, they can be with the young players. You know, I think that's Rice, because you see Rice with Dalman and the English boys, you see him mix and blending. You might have, you know, Odegaard and Kai Havertz seem to have a great relationship, you know. So I would imagine that. And obviously being a Spanish speaker, Gabriel Hines is there, Argentine, the language as well. Hincapié, also a new summer sign. It'd be interesting, man. And Odegaard actually speaks Spanish, which I'm sure everyone's done their part in it, as we would do, people. But what else has he said? Which I didn't expect before I came, but I could see in the first few days. What I've most liked about London is that you get there and the myth about the English being cold isn't true at all. You're immediately convinced you'll settle, not just because of the team and the coaching staff, but the people at the club who don't get seen from the outside and are fundamental. I was in a hotel, but with their help, I've got a house, which obviously helps with stability. I mean, he's in St. Albans. Well, that's the idea. I've studied sports science before, but I've started an online university degree in interior design. It's something I've always found attractive, and I thought, why not? You can never have too many interests, and they've got enough time to pursue their interests, and you never know what door that might open or what avenue, you know, because he's 21, but before you know it, you're going to retire. And I don't know if he wants to be a coach, scout, all those things. I keep getting visits. We go into London, see the sights. My mum's the tourist guide. It's an incredible city. It's got everything. It's so cosmopolitan. I love that feeling of how multicultural it is. The team is too, which helps. In the first few weeks, you really appreciate having so many Spanish speakers. But I'm doing well with my English. See, what did I say? I'm taking a lot of classes, bro. So on top of being a footballer and all the things that Arteta is demanding of you, you're studying interior design and you're doing language class. Big him up, man. Very mature, 21-year-old, but strikes me as someone that wants to make the most of his potential in his life, innit? So big him up. I'm taking a lot of classes. I understand almost everything, and I get by speaking well. I get by quite well speaking. I'm even like I can't read. I apologize today. I spoke a bit from school and studied more the last few years, so I didn't come as raw as I might have. The team talks are always in English. We're in London, and this is Arsenal. Anyways, with football language, it's easier. I hear it. What's he said here? Macho above all, it's the pace of it, back and forth, more direct. I love it. So you love the way we're playing, people. What's this? It gives you that Simbidon, a surge of esteem. Fair enough. And that's something the manager and staff tell us to enjoy defending. Those typical actions where you make a tackle or block, celebrate them. True. That gives life to the team, brings energy. That's important. And this group has it. Look at those moments when the entire team is running back. That's a fundamental part of this season. What is it else, as he said? We're very, very aware of that and what we have to do. The goal is our house, and no one's allowed in. No one is allowed near our area. Then be dangerous in attack. There's a tactical element, of course, the movements, but I think a lot of it is a mental thing. Attitude, our house, do not enter inside the dressing room. We believe in ourselves. We know what we're capable of. We know where we can go, which I hope that is the case. I did make in jest a light comment, people, but apparently Harry Kane has shedded light on the leadership group for England. Jude Bellingham, obviously the captain Harry Kane, Mark Gurley, and saving the best till last, Bukayo Saka and Declan twice, Declan Beckham, Sakadinho. This is lit. Hey, Tuchel, stop acting. You know you want to call up Miles Lewis-Skelly. You know you want to bring Benjamin White. Listen, I saw Theo Walcott get called up before he kicked the ball. If we want to live a movie, Dalman's there. I know I'm being silly. Just call up all the Arsenal boys, innit? So, yeah, that we don't need to read that. I'm just highlighting that. Unfortunately, you know, the ladies drew 0-0 with Spurs people. We're in a bit of a barren run of form, women. But let's keep going, man. The boys and the girls, we're bringing home champions. We're bringing home championships this season. You lot know we've been looking into the Irish market. Can't tell you anything about these players, people. But allegedly, Shamrock Rover youngsters Maxime Afonin and Joel McPal are on trial at Arsenal this week. So go do your thing. Wish you the best, man, and all those sort of things. So yeah, the Brazilian FA have confirmed that Gabriel suffered a knee injury, people. What do we make of that as well? Are you nervous? Do you think it will be worse than expected, better than expected? Would you go Hincapié, Calafiori? Which one of those? Would you put Benjamin White or Timber, who has been playing for Holland, the centre-half during this international break? What would you do? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. God bless you all, man. Safe.